Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft II Legacy of the Void. Today we've got yet another free-for-all between players that you know and love. Got the replay from Wardy. Link to his Twitch channel in the description. Please check him out. He casts amazing games between amazing players. And I just want you to go see what it is. Alright, so here we are on Cryptic Fortress. It's going to be a 8-player free-for-all between the red Protoss player, Liquid Mana, right next door, the pink Protoss player, Hearthstone, and then on the other side-ish, top right, we've got the purple Protoss player, Dim Muslim, and right next door to him is the yellow Zerg player, Retribution, who's Ret! Liquid Ret! Oh, he is one of the original Brood War guys, man. Ret, such a great player. And the bottom right-hand corner, the blue Zerg player, TLO. And right next door to him, the green Zerg player, Demaga. And then another couple here, the teal Terran player, Liquid Thermal, who's actually, last I heard on Reddit, he's in the hospital in Austin at WCS Austin for pneumonia. So I hope he's recovered by now. But this was, I saw this on Saturday, so yesterday. And next door, hiding, wearing gray on the gray map, it is Beastie QT. So should be an amazing 8-player free-for-all here. So very, very excited to cast this thing. I cast one that was a couple of months ago now, maybe just a month or so ago, and it was 26 minutes. This one's a little bit longer. This is a little bit longer, so I'm expecting some major shenanigans from these players here. Look who's double expanding. Yeah, Demaga. Demaga's double expanding before pool. He's going extractor before pool. He went double hatch into an extractor, into a pool, in a free-for-all 8-player game, which is insane. The good thing for him, though, is that TLO next door went for a hatch first. So he's, and another hatch here, too. So he went hatch, pool, hatch. Not as crazy, but there should be some insane ZvZ stuff coming in here very, very soon. Scouting it out is TLO, says, I see what's happening here, but he expanded over this direction. This is too crazy. This is absolutely insane. Oh, it's a cannon rush! Cannon rush! Here from Hearthstone. Is he bringing a Zealot in here too? Mana, no! Mana, you can't die. Reaper swinging in from the Muslim into Hearthstone's base while he's away. Decides he can't. Why did he run? I guess there was a cannon. There's a cannon at the front, but oh boy. And we got some more. Oh, Reaper. Oh, here from Beastie QT trying to take down the Demaga. And then we have another Reaper here from Euthermal trying to do some stuff over at TLO's base. So a lot of harassment going on. These cannons, I think Mana might just be dead, ladies and gentlemen. I think he didn't scout this thing. He did not see the cannon rush coming. Cannons are in direct contact with his Nexus. I think we might have our first death very, very soon here. Indeed, this Beastie QT Reaper does manage to get the heck out of there. He's got 5 kills. That's not too bad. Not too bad for him at all. Oh my gosh, the cannons. Okay, forcing a cancel on one of them there is Mana. But this is looking so bad for him. Anytime your Nexus is probably going to end up falling here. I don't know what you do. Zealot joining the party here from Hearthstone against Mana. At the very least, going to absorb some shots here that otherwise would be meant for the cannons. I love this play here. Cannon does get canceled. Once again, the Zealots are doing their very best to make sure this happens. To make sure that these cannons don't come up here. Mana's working real hard. Ben, help. What? Why would Demaga help? Is this that's the Muslim, rather. The Muslim, help! What? He's fine. You're doing just fine. Mana's toast, though. Mana's absolutely toast right now. Versus who? Says the Muslim. Exactly. Versus who? Zerglings from TLO coming up for the scout. Oh, don't go up that ramp. There's a cannon there. You could, however, stop this expansion from happening. From the Muslim. Is there a drop? Oh, there's a drop from Euthermal. Coming down to Demaga's base. There's literally nothing here. He's got... Oh, and Hellions from Beastie QT. No! Getting double-teamed by 2 Terrans. Euthermal laughs. Demaga. No, says Demaga. Poor Ben. Poor Ben. Indeed. That's an Overlord. Okay, at least that's not a drop. Oh, are you going to fight each other, Terran players? No, they're in agreement. They are in agreement here. The Muslim laughing so hard here. And Mana did lose his Nexus. The Muslim comes in to take him down and recognizes he's already dead, which is absolutely hilarious here. Queen versus Queen action for our Zerg players in the bottom right. Demaga versus TLO. The Hellions actually getting picked off there, which is nice. We did realize that last time on this map, the death animations are actually just brought down a little bit. Some units have their death animations, other ones don't. Just try to keep the frame rate up on this 8-player free-for-all. Here on Cryptic Fortress. What the heck is this thing? Oh, it's just a probe for mana scouting around. Is there any home for me? No. Absolutely there's not. Liberator shows up. Yeah, I'm looking like Damaga is dead here. Damaga is absolutely dead. Another probe for mana running around in this bottom right-hand corner. Where can I hide? Oh, shoot. Nowhere, apparently. Nowhere as well. Are you... the Muslim dropping here, too? And actually... yeah. Yeah, Mana's just toast at this point. Sorry, Mana. We like you a lot. It's so hard to forget that Beastie QT is down here because he's gray, and most of this map is gray, unless there's creep, obviously. So, I mean, he's got 3 bases. He's looking pretty darn good. He's sitting at 61 total supply. His neighbor's at 74, though. Euthermal looking strong on his 3 base, too. And, yeah, I mean, this is just basically Demuslim finishing off Mana. Wait, what are we thinking for? There are roaches from oh, the roaches from TLO are actually helping out Damaga! And then they get out! Oh, TLO, you're so nice. You're such a nice Zerg player. Look how nice you are. And then he just leaves him alone. He's like, alright, man. I've been there, Damaga. I know how it feels. Drop coming back in for Euthermal. Damaga's gonna lose his main. I just don't... And these Hellions from BCQT come in at the same time. Are the Terrans working together here? I feel like this is a free-for-all, but at the same time, it looks like the Zergs are working against the Terrans, and it might just be impromptu as the main base does go down. For our Zerg player, Damaga, plus a lot of his drones are getting roasted up here in his natural base, too. Ben, I let you have that one, says Harstom. I want the other one. Yeah, I guess he did let him have this one here. He wants another base. There's a different drop over here at TLO's. This is Demuslim. Demuslim doing more stuff over here, and Mana's out. Mana was defeated. Mana's left the game. Lings and Banelings are out here for Ret 2. Ret, I feel like, has been left alone for the most part. I mean, these guys are working together. Are they friends? Is this 2v2v2? I need to see. I need to see if this is actually a 2v2v2, because from the name of the replay, it sure seemed like it was a free-for-all. But this could be a team game instead, which I will correct, obviously. Okay, I need to see some units that are left nearby, right? And see if they automatically attack. Nice Widowmine shot on those Mutalisks, though. This high ground from Euthermal doing some work. Nice transfuse on the Queens. Misclick, says Rhett. Yeah, oh, no, it's not teams, because Mana took, or Hearthstone rather, took down Mana up here, so no. It's not teams, at least not officially. Oracle flies in, disappears. No death animation, as mentioned previously. Got Infestors in production, got Mutas in production. Is that Personal Cloaking in production? Cloaking Field for Banshees in production up there for Demuslim 2. I'm pretty sure that's Demuslim. These blues are hard to tell apart. Well, no, I guess there's only one blue Terran player. Never mind. Never mind, got it figured out here. These Marines, though, not even have +1/+1. They're just absolutely wrecking this Queen Muta thing. That's been going on here. Damaga going to lose his main and another base here. Muta's flying in from Rhett going after fellow Zergs. No, race traitor. It's a traitor to other Zerg players. There's 2 Spore Crawlers here. Doesn't matter. This Muta count is too high. It's really too high here. It was an accident, Ben. It was an accident. Zerglings running into TLO stuff here too. Rhett looking real good with his Ling Bling Muta strategy. Can tell you that much. Coming in against these roaches that TLO's got. Also, the Infestors are pretty good. They can fungal down Zerglings pretty well. Zerglings don't have a very big health pools. Zerglings trying to take down these roaches. They've already been fungled pretty well, though, but guess what? The Mutaflux is just too big. Just too big. The remaining Hydralisks are picked off quite nicely there. The burrowed Infestors running as there's no detection available for them. Damaga's third base is now under fire here, too. Trying to replant. His natural base is Damaga, but I don't think he actually has enough here. Meanwhile, Beastie QT Man just absolutely been left alone. He's working on a 4th base, while most players are struggling to hang on to a 3rd right now. But who's doing well? Harstom. There is a Harstom Demuslim little alliance going on right now. We'll see how long that ends up lasting here. I cannot believe this game spawning pool down. I think Damaga's done. Hey, yeah, the Mutas just can't handle this. They can't handle this many Marines. They don't even necessarily have attack upgrades, but it doesn't matter. Is he out? No, he's throwing down hatcheries at random places. Battle cruisers are out for Beastie QT, though. And carriers on the way from Harstom. This is going to get insane. This is going to get insane real fast. This might be the biggest game that I've cast since I've upgraded my CPU. So we'll see if we can handle this. And we'll see if the frame rates go down or not. But I feel like, combined with the fact that this map is designed for the frame rate to not go down, and I do have a better computer now than I used to. Hopefully this is a good viewing experience for you guys and a good casting experience for me. All right, so got Widow Mines does the BCQT. Void Rays are out from Hearthstone. Trying to attack here, but that's a lot of BCs, man. It's a lot of Void Rays too, though. Prismatic Alignment versus Battlecruiser, pretty good. As it turns out, oh, Damaga. Are we just leaving Damaga alone? We're just letting him have that hatch, which is actually kind of hilarious. All right, some good fungals. TLO setting up, man. He's setting up with his queens, his roaches, his infestors. He's trying to retake his gold-based location. Getting rid of some of these Widow Mines. Kablooey coming on in, though, is the Euthermal. Good fungal. I do like the fungal here. Trying to focus down. Yes, does lose one of those medevacs and is down to a couple now. Well, 3, 4 medevacs. Never mind. I don't think that helped all that much. And Ling Bling Muta from Rhett still running away here. Coming on in. Is he gonna... Well... Can't expand there, TLO, as it turns out. He's going to accidentally... Oh, yeah. He was going to attack into Euthermal, but changed his mind. Infested Terrans getting dropped down here. The anti-air really, really good on these guys. Going to try to focus down the medevacs, but good job moving them back to the back, and now they're all gone. And now I think TLO is dead. I don't think he has enough. These queens are good, and they do take a while to kill thanks to Transfuse, but not when they're outnumbered that poorly. Infestors slinking away to the back now. I think I know who's with you boys, says the Muslim. Yeah, there are some secret alliances going on right now, for sure. That's what makes this fun. Really does. I feel like Rhett could have killed the Muslim at any point here, but deciding not to. I like how this hatch for Damaga is. He's got one drone mining. Ah, tactical jumping in. Hearthstone is set up on the Bones of Mana's old main base, and the battle cruisers are getting revenge for his friend, the Protoss player. I don't know if they're actually friends. They could be. Either way, that's what makes these free-for-alls so dang fun. Battlecruisers, man, with +2/+2, no less. This is actually a strategy that BCQT employed in a, like, a 5 versus 1. Either way, Yamato Cannon, tactical jump strategy, nicely done. A lot of Void Rays died there, and a lot of the Battlecruisers made it back home alive. That's how you gotta do. And TLO in a lot of trouble right now. Actually attacking on Rhett here. Doesn't want to let Rhett in. I guess Rhett is kind of threatening this army of Euthermal, though. Nice Widowmine shots on the Banelings. Getting rid of a bunch of those from that particular group. Expanding down to the south is TLO. Well, actually, it's for him. It's more of a west type of a thing. But TLO's going to lose his main. There's just no saving it at all. Holding the top of this ramp. Banelings are trying to roll on in. Actually getting some decent hits. Lings, Banelings, there it is. Not tiding exceptionally well. Is Euthermal. Muta's flying in on top, absorbing the Widow Mines. Just too much Zerg here for Rhett, and he does come in here to get rid of Euthermal's army, but also finish off TLO and feast upon his corpse there. So TLO has a base down there. What is happening right here? Why are... I don't know. There's this weird pact between the Muslim. Yeah, the Muslim here, and Hearthstone. Either way, TLO loses a hatch. Is he going to be revealed? What buildings does he have left? TLO, are you dead? Oh, he's got a spawning pool up here at Rhett's base. This is so insane. I love it. I'm having such a good time. Muta's flying around for Rhett. Rhett's been doing amazingly well. Him and Euthermal, or BCQT, I would say, probably have been left alone the most just because of these alliances that they've been working on. I guess on this map, it does behoove you to ally with the person closest to you. Oh, lost that hatch, and that's Damaga. Yep, Damaga's out. Final hatch done. BCQT, man, showing absolutely no remorse. No mercy at all for his Zerg opponents, no matter who they may happen to be. The bottom right is a graveyard. There are just so many bases with absolutely nothing in them right now. Zero things. Zero things happening right now. I guess though there's a bit of a lull. No Gauntlet Global Open tonight. We don't want to compete with the WCS Austin, so not going to happen. But we'll be back next week. Twitch.tv/GauntletSC2. Rhett rolling on into Euthermal's attempt to hold this bottom middle base here. And these got Ultras out too. Are those fully upgraded Ultras? Holy crap, his upgrades are perfect. He's got fully upgraded Ultras here at the 14-minute mark of this crazy game. That's what happens when you're left alone. Battlecruiser still rocketed though, taking out another Nexus of Hearthstones. I just feel like this is revenge. This is a personal vendetta. He's rolling against Hearthstone here. Muta's flying around for Rhett, trying to do some stuff. Battlecruiser still firing up toward the top right now. The Muslim Yeah, you can't repair through that Yamato cannon. Way too much burst damage from these battle cruisers with +3/+3. The +3/+3 does not benefit the Yamato cannon upgrade, but still makes them a little more tanky, as well as their basic attack to do super well. To Muslim, we need to counter BCs and Ravens. All right, man. So Rhett and the Muslim still working together here. You got to be careful with your tank placement. It doesn't hit some of your Zerg's stuff by accident here. Muta's flying around, dropping some changelings here into Thermal's base. No. Man, the average lifespan of a changeling in a pro game has gotta be like a second and a half. It's so fast, they get sniffed out so quickly. I guess sometimes they do drop the changelings far away and they walk in which case they have a bit of a longer lifespan. But lifespan from the time your opponent sees them, like has vision of them, and they die is very fast. All right, so expanding down this way is Rhett. Rhett is going to take this whole right side of the map, which is actually kind of insane. Still on 3 bases to Muslim. How does the Muslim have alliances both with Rhett and with Harstom? Maybe he's just a nice guy. Maybe that's all it is. Oh, wow. +3/+3 on the way from the U-Thermal for his bio. Continuing to make battle cruisers is the Beastie QT. Anti-armor missiles. This is played on previous patch. Just one patch previous. So anti-armor missile still does that full whatever damage it was. It was a lot. 60? 30 splash damage upon contact. It's now 15. So it's more of the anti-armor removal type thing that makes it good at this point. But anyway, Mutas. What the heck is this Beastie QT? Wow, a lot of missile turrets is what it is. Gonna lose a couple Mutas in the process, but making sure this missile turret count doesn't get too high. But here come... Yeah, man, look at that. It shoots so fast. It shoots so quickly. All right, so Rhett pulls back. Rhett says, Broodlords and Infestors. This is Wings of Liberty time, boys. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. In free-for-alls, almost anything goes. You don't really have to follow the meta when it comes right on down to it. Revelation has been thrown down on these Mutas, which means they did reveal the Broodlords to Harstom in particular, as he's the one who threw that down. Nukes. Nukes coming in from Beastie QT. Beastie QT, you know the way to my heart, man. I used to cast some of his replays, and then he said he didn't want me to cast them prior to tournaments because he didn't want people seeing his builds, and I was like, that's fair, dude, and then I never heard from him again. It's fine. I understand. Not all pros want their replays to be cast. Wouldn't mind taking down some of these Mutas of Rhett that are trying to poke around U-Thermal's base down here. Gotta sort out the Terrans, says the Muslim. I agree, says Harstom. Yeah, kill Ben, says U-Thermal. Mainly Beastie QT. He needs to be sorted out. Yes, Harstom. Yeah, kill Ben, says Beastie QT. Ben is the Muslim, which is hilarious. He's got the battle cruisers and the Ravens up here too. I'm an innocent one-basing Terran, says U-Thermal. You have 2 bases, you liar. U-Thermal. If you kill Beastie, I'll let Arnavik play Nation Wars. I don't... What? Jokes. Inside jokes, man. Who the heck is Arnavik? I don't actually know. All right, here we go. Ultra's trying to wander on in here, but the Yamatos? Yeah, that's enough. That's enough damage to kill an Ultralisk. For sure. Scan, 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 scan. This bottom right. Rhett is expanding everywhere on the bottom right. The Muslim wants them. The Muslim wants those bases. Oh, check this out. U-Thermal says, oh, there's bases down there? I will investigate myself. Thank you very much. Oh, the carrier group from Harstom, though. And he just was aggressive against the Muslim. I need you to move the carriers, says the Muslim. I need that gas, man. And we have the double nuke attacks from Beastie QT. Oh, that one gets sniffed out. No, it doesn't. That one does, though. But the first one stays. But the first one stays. There's the nuke. Doing some work. Another attempt at nuke here. What is happening right now? Yamato cannon down on the Oracle. Excellent job picking that off from distance. Another base of Harstom's going to go down to these BCs. Just too much. Too much BC. SCVs from the Muslim running all the way down, running through Rhett territory, getting picked off in the process. Hey, Rhett, call your lings back. And he did. It's like that scene in the Heart of the Swarm campaign where Sarah calls back the attacks to let Warfield escape because Warfield is an honorable opponent. Good times, good memories in the Heart of the Swarm campaign, which I'm actually playing on twitch.tv/FalconPaladin once or twice a week if you want to come watch that. I'm playing on Brutal, which makes it harder. Makes it harder for me. I'm getting there, okay? Stop being mean. All right, Harstom going to take another nuke to the face from the Beastie QT, who is throwing up another nuke, by the way. He's making another one. He's not done with this. Okay, and then you come in with round whatever, and Harstom's trying to split his guys. Anti-armor missiles doing a ton of work. Widow Mines eviscerating a lot of those interceptors, too. Oh my gosh, what a play by Beastie QT, but he doesn't want to finish off this carrier group of Harstoms for some reason. Hey, man, do it. Finish off the carrier group of Harstoms. Be a boss. Be a man. Not all right. Just holding back. I can't tell how much Beastie QT is expanding because of the gray. It's like the black on gray colors that are really difficult to see on the minimap. This yellow stands out very nicely from red. I can tell when he's expanding for sure. But the Muslim takes the space in the bottom right, throws up a million missile turrets. Euthermal comes in and tries to do some stuff. Nope. Not going to happen. Spore crawlers running. They see this nuke coming, but they can't get the ghost. Wait, are they just outside the range? You're going to take damage, right? No! Wow, look at that placement from Red. He knows exactly how far to go. Doesn't he? Bit of a drop here from Euthermal. Oh, is he trying to finish off TLO? TLO's going to lose his final building. Maybe not. TLO, what's your final building? Did he already leave? He might have already left. I missed it somehow. Nukes. Nukes, the nuke push. Oh, and TLO has now been defeated. What on earth? All he had left were some creep tumors. Bit of a drop down this way. We're going to watch this nuke happening. This is the smallest 21-minute drop I've ever seen from a Terran player. Look at this. It's, what, 4 Marines and a Marauder? And a medevac. Ben, says Harstom. Ben, help me in my base. Kevin. Yeah, Harstom's name is Kevin. Can't pronounce his last name, though, but I'm familiar with it. Oh. Yo, same team. Be careful, guys. Is this still drop stuff happening from Euthermal? Man, drop units are crazy. Harstom rebuilding his base after losing his final Nexus. Harstom's in trouble, man. A lot of trouble. Place your bets now. We still have a long way to go, but who do you think's going to win this thing out of the remaining players? I want to say... Oh, man, it's hard. It's hard to say. I might actually say... the Muslim Euthermal, though, might be in the best position and be the best player remaining. Kind of a combination of both. I'm going to put my money on the Euthermal, although he only has 80 supply, and Beastie QT next door is maxed out. And if they turn on each other, it's going to be very quick for Euthermal to die. So that's a risky Dark Horse style pick there. Nuke attempt. No, I think that ghost immediately died. Yes, indeed it did. Wow. Like, got the nuke down and then just... That was it. Oh, sorry, Ravens. Well, might as well get some anti-armor missiles off, they say, before we are destroyed. Banshees coming down to the south. Spore crawlers say, this is Zergville. Why don't you leave us alone, the Muslim Banshees? Oh, they're on the same team, though. Oh, that hurts. Your own team. Ugh, losing one of the Banshees. There's so much anti-air, though. And trying to attack in this way with the Infested Terrans, with the Broodlords. I'm loving this. Another nuke attempt. Nope, removed. Wait, no, there it is. Get down. Oh, everybody gets out, though. Probes retreating very nicely from that location. Malcolm Kapot. I think he's Dutch. I'm pretty sure Harstom and Euthermal are both Dutch, speaking to each other that way. Another nuke attempt, and Harstom's in trouble. Harstom is in trouble. Beastie QT very methodically taking him down here. Where'd the Broodlords go? Here they are. Here they be. Carriers attacking into Muslim's base by accident. But nobody's really helping him, man. Harstom in just ridiculous amounts of trouble. This Ghost has 5 kills. Good for you, Ghost. Excellent job. And he finishes off a Stargate. Holy smokes. Look at this guy go. Look at this Ghost go. This is very brave. Beastie QT might not be a bad choice to win this thing right now. Overseer in oversight mode. Harstom's out. Protoss gone. Are all the Protoss dead now? Is it just Zerg versus Terran? It is. Zerg versus Terran. Terrans, man. Terrans are ready to rock. Although, man, Rhett has so many bases. It's a pretty good composition here, too. I love the Infestors. I really do like the Infestor play here. Good anti-air against what's remaining here with a lot of battle cruisers And what is the Muslim working on? He's got his own BCs too, so it might just be BC versus BC war. What we would see, but it took us 24 minutes to get rid of both of the Protoss players. One pretty darn early, and then the other one didn't really get much help from his allies, which just goes to show you how much you should rely upon your allies in these free-for-alls. Thermal trying to kind of expand down this direction, but missile turrets making sure that doesn't happen. I mean, are they going to kill it or just get it? Oh, wow. That range was enough. Do you have the extra? You do. 8 range. High-sec auto-tracking is done. Rhett trying to expand to this bottom section here that Thermal is wanting to go to. Thermal doesn't have anything left. He has a handful of Ravens, a bunch of SCVs. He's trying to expand places. It's not working for him at all. Rhett, poor life decision by me, choosing him. It was not the way to go. And the anti-armor missile is going to come into play here so much. Good fungal. Oh, whiffed. Whiffed again. Ah. Fungal growths, projectiles, man. Much, much harder to get those things locked down on your opponents. Spore crawlers. Burp, burp, burp. Just pushing, man. This is so Wings of Liberty. Broodlord, Corruptor, Infestor, Spore crawler lines, spreading creep. Such memories. Changelings. Getting finished off by that planetary fortress, manually targeting them. Where did they come from? From Red, obviously, but where? The heck is that? Overseer. Maybe this one? Maybe it was this one. Harstom's remaining battle cruisers. Just kind of hanging up here in no man's land. You're going to finish them off just for the heck of it? Wow, the Muslim. Sorry, old friend. Can you not take control of those? No, because they weren't officially allies. Oh, right. They were just unofficial friends and partners for the first 24 minutes of this game. Ah, well. Might as well use them for target practice. That's probably what Emperor Mengsk would say. Where are we? Broodlords. Broodlords doing stuff here at Thermal's base. Beastie's taking the top right, says the Muslim. No, he's not. Is he? I don't think he is, but these Broodlords are having a great time. Doop, doop, doo, doo. Top left, you mean? Attempting a top left maneuver. But no, Beastie QT is Beastie QT has so many bases. You're just letting Thermal die right now. Maybe if Rhett and a Muslim work together, they could take down Beastie QT at this point, but I don't know, man. What are you at, the Muslim? I guess you're basically maxed out. 174, but still, that extra 25 supply is pretty good. Thermal just hoping to be spared by the Zerg player or protected by his teammate, but not working, man. Those secret alliances don't always work out. Oh, nuke attempt. Nuke attempt. That's why the Spore Crawlers are here. They keep the ghosts away from the Broodlords. That's it. That's all it is. Is this going to live? No, that one's not going to live, but these ones will. Okay, this one. Split the difference. This creep tumor ends up living. Snipe versus the Queen. Broodlords could finish off this base of the Muslims, but they're on the same team still. This is the only really alliance that's remaining to this point. I think everything else is pretty much over. Beastie QT is not going to expend any energy to save Thermal. Not going to give him a base or anything like that. Man, this base of Manas has been taken over 2 or 3 times already in this game. Building upon the bones of previous civilizations. There was a book I read by James A. Michener when I was probably too young to read it, honestly. It was called The Source, I want to say, but it went through, it was very cool. It went through different civilizations building upon the same piece of ground throughout all of history, like in the Middle East. And it was amazing. It was basically historical fiction in a way that I think really tried to stay true to what we know of history and archaeology, but yeah, some adult themes in there. I don't think I was supposed to be reading when I was like 10 or 11 years old. Still, that's obviously stuck with me if I remember it to this day. Oh, you can't even, man, you try to yoink in those BCs, they can tactical jump away. That's amazing. This is a really good composition by the Beastie QT. Another nuke attempt. This is, what, 8th, 7th, 8th nuke attempt by Beastie QT. I can't say I'm not entertained, and I hope you're entertained as well. Another nuke, losing, oh, actually some mules died of his own mules died there. Yeah, I just don't know that Rhett has the income to do this thing. The barracks of Thermal are trying to hide in the top left-hand corner with his orbital command. Yeah, battlecruiser versus missile turret. You kind of have to Yamato them down. and force BSTQT to rebuild. So much black, so much gray, whatever the color this is for BSTQT. We're going to mine this whole map out. We're working on it. We are working on mining this map out. 10,000, 13,000 in the bank for BSTQT. Rhett is sitting on 20,000, 16,000. So he can remax. He can remax again pretty quickly if it comes down to that. The question is, how fast can BSTQT? Oh, taking out a Widow Mine. A lot of anti-armor missiles trying to split, but it's just so fast. It's just so fast. It's hard to split against. Faster than Banelings rolling in on you, that's for sure. Yamato Cannon on the Spore Crawlers, getting rid of one of those. Just very patient from BSTQT. He hasn't overcommitted. He hasn't overstayed his welcome. He hasn't gotten caught unawares by an enemy coming up on his 6. He's just been expanding and hitting and nuking and taking bases and just been very methodical about this thing. You know what? With your 3-3, just finish them. Just finish the missile turret. They're not really a base here to take anyway, so I'm not sure why it matters all that much. Another nuke. Another nuclear missile from the BSTQT. There it goes. Snipe on something. There was definitely a snipe sound there. This nuke. Oh, this ghost. Very brave. Is he seen? Oh, he is. He can be seen. But nothing's in position to kill him, really. Hatch does get sniped off there by his BSTQT, then he pulls back. Oh, Broodlings! Wow, that ghost did not get it off. That was amazing. That's as close as you can get, I think. Interference matrix on that battle cruiser, which means it can't attack or use its abilities. It is definitely interfered with. Am I zoomed out? Did I zoom in somehow? I don't know. Oh, zooming. Oh, Barracks trying to scout this direction. Does end up finding this carrier of Hearthstones that is still around. Caustic Spray landing on this planetary fortress of BSTQTs. The million infested Terrans coming on down. I mean, it's free units, right? Might as well use them. The battle cruisers don't want to engage with that because sure they can get repaired, but that's resources. Is what it is. Broodlings coming down to the Muslims' attempt at this bottom section. Looks like maybe Rhett and the Muslims alliance is over. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Stutter step on the planetary fortress and they finish it off. That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever seen infested Terrans finish off a planetary fortress before. That was kind of an amazing thing. And that refinery too. Shoo. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at with this thing? Rat sitting at 198 supply, BSTQT sitting at 188 supply. It has basically come down to that, with the Muslim kind of as a wild card at 162. Between these two players. He has not made a move, really. I'm killing Beast. Top left. Are you? I guess he is. And he says into all chat, I'll keep him busy. Yeah, maybe the Muslim Ret alliance is still alive after all. Yeah, coming down to this direction is Ret. And using Caustic Spray on some of these missile turrets because why not? Infested Terrans joining this party because, oh, those are changelings. Because why not? Caustic spraying down a planetary fortress. BSTQT going to lose a lot of his production if this goes down. Brew Lords from overhead being completely just, they've been given free reign is what they've been given here. Ghosts ready to rock here though. Another nuke attempt. Oh, careful. Careful there to Muslim. Yeah, BSTQT losing all of his stuff here, man. This is a lot of production facility he's going to lose. He still has a lot of his stuff that he's flown up to the top left-hand corner. Kind of reestablishing this. He realizes he can't hold on to both. Another nuke that I'm pretty sure the Muslim is going to see coming and not just wander right on into. but it's a nuke nonetheless. Continuing to destroy this bottom left-hand corner of Beastie QT's is Rhett. Oh, some anti-armor missile, though. Oh, look at this. Euthermal joins the party. Oh, the Corruptors sacrificing themselves to get rid of these Ravens, eating auto turret damage, too. See you later. I think that was it. I think that was it from Euthermal. That's all he has remaining, according to the production. Yeah, that's it. Literally nothing else. 4 Vipers in production here. I destroyed Rhett, you guys. Sort of. I mean, Rhett is still sitting at 192 supply. He still has his Broodlords. He still has his Infestors. He still has his Corruptors here. This battle up north, slowly pushing. The Muslim being incredibly patient. Beastie QT 2. It's a patience versus patience battle with Rhett down below. Can he... Are there any... I mean, any resources to take down here? No. Absolutely not. It's all about production. Oh, what the? Beastie QT actually brings his starports in to absorb some damage. Oh, anti-armor missiles missing there because of the tactical jump away. And then he tactical jumped in. What is happening right now? Anti-armor missiles everywhere. Everything getting interfered with. On the interference matrix, who is going to win this battle? I don't know, but it looks like Beastie QT has better numbers. Again, the upgrades are the same on these players, so that's not really a factor here right now. Target firing the wounded ones, Beastie QT very nicely. Doing the same thing here is the Muslim. And what? That's 4-6. But the Muslim's BCs are very injured right now. I think, oh, the Ghosts. Are the Ghosts going to provide the residual DPS they need so that Beastie QT can win this thing? What a jump. A jump from Beastie QT right on top of the Muslim's army, and he does do a huge hit. And forced to retreat from this is the Muslim. Wow, that was the best BC versus BC fight I've ever seen. I killed Beastie's army. Get him. Says Rhett. Is that true? What do you have, Beastie QT? 4 battle cruisers and 3 tanks. No, that's the Muslim. 3 battle cruisers. The end. That's it. He's doing his best. Calm down, says Euthermal. Euthermal just flying his buildings around. Doo, 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 doo. Can't find me, but man, personal vendetta here from Liquid Red. Making sure there's no buildings flying in the bottom left-hand corner, that's for sure. Changeling, scooching around, trying to find somewhere to go. Broodlord's not quite sure where to go with this right now. Making 3 battle cruisers at once is the Beastie QT. Again, he has the bank. He has the bank. He unfortunately threw a lot of his starports at the Muslim in that final battle. I think he assumed that was going to be the final battle either way, but he was wrong. It came down to the wire, and both players are still alive, which is not something you see all the time with final battles that way. Oh, man. This is absolutely insanity. Rhett still has income. He still has a lot of income compared to just some mineral income from Beastie QT. He's got gas. He's got 3 times the minerals coming in per minute than Beastie QT does. These long-distance mining SCVs trying to do stuff, which is actually kind of hilarious. The Broodlord's getting rid of some of these missile turrets, running into their deaths of this planetary fortress right now, at least doing damage to it, which is just fine. That's really all you really need to do here. But these SCVs, I don't know if they can afford to die. Getting Liberator range, Advanced Ballistic is Beastie QT here at the 38-minute mark. Aight. Was that a couple Zerglings? Or was that one Zergling? I think it's one Zergling in here killing all of these SCVs. Look at this guy go. He's having a great time. Oh, there's 2 of them. 6 kills on that dude, though. All these SCVs getting taken down of Beastie QT is not looking good. Rhett and a Muslim proving too much for Beastie QT. It sure looks like, unless he has another trick up his sleeve, which is maybe going to be Liberator. I'm not sure how that's going to work out specifically, but we'll have to pay attention to that one here. Another interference matrix. More BC versus BC battles here. It is a pretty good BC count. 10-8 in favor of the Muslim right now. I forget. Do I have resources lost? I'm pretty sure I don't. Nope. Absolutely not. Coming into what is kind of the new main base for Beastie QT. He can't lose these starports, man. And he doesn't want to engage with this army either. I've got 60 supply, Rhett, says the Muslim, but we can take him. You're probably not wrong about that one, the Muslim. Infested Terrans coming down. Yeah, the BCs want no part of these Infested Terrans. This is amazing. +2 attack on these guys. 16 damage per shot for the anti-air and 8 for the ground. Look at... Goodbye, Orbital Command. It was nice having you around, but you're completely dead now. Keep attacking. Go, Infested Terrans. Your lifespans are so short. You can't stand around doing nothing. Scanning to make sure nobody's hiding in this bottom left-hand corner is somebody. Can't tell who scanned that is exactly. Base down. Fusion Core going to go down for Beastie QT2. Oh, picks off one of the Ravens of Beastie QT. Euthermal's been removed. Oh, that final Orbital Command was killed by Beastie QT. The ultimate in betrayal. Liberator removed before it can do anything. Ghosts wandering into this range of Infested Terrans. Oh, the surround. Oh, the surround. Oh, this game. Oh, the anti-air taking down the orbital commands here. Wow. Euthermal's left the game. Parasitic Bomb on the Ravens. Anti-air coming up in the form of the Infested Terrans here. Picking off a couple of the Ravens there as well. Interference Matrix on top of one of the Vipers. Oh. The anti-armor missiles doing some work here, allowing the Infested Terrans to do more work than they otherwise would be able to. Taking down one of the... Look at this flank from the side here and from the top. Here he comes. And Beastie QT has left the game. Wow. Red is victorious. The Muslim leaves it for his friend and teammate throughout this entire thing. What did he have remaining? He had 8 BCs remaining, but it was, what, 12 Broodlords, 7 Corruptors, 11 Infestors? Yeah. Yeah, I would say that Rhett was ahead on that one. He was ahead. It didn't have to turn into... Right, I mean, it could have turned into a Rhett versus the Muslim situation there, but in the end, he didn't want to fight his friend. There was a lot of static defense up everywhere. There was more income coming in for Rhett, too. He could have remaxed pretty easily, and just the handful of BCs that were remaining was just not enough for the Muslim. He had 8 of them, which seems like a good number, but if these Infestors had Neural Parasite, and they do, yeah, that's bad. Good call to Muslim, leaving with your pride intact, I suppose, unless you thought he should have fought to the end, in which case his pride is not intact, I suppose. You could take it that way as well. Resources lost at the end of the game. Beastie QT with the most by far, 63,000 lost for him. The next closest player, 32 from Euthermal. So almost a little bit more than half of what Beastie QT lost. Rhett, 28. So definitely a lot lost from him. It killed a whole bunch too. 25 there from the Muslim. Where is Mana? Poor Mana. He was the red. Yeah, 3,000 because he never did really much of anything there. Harstem at 26. And our Zerg players, TLO 17, not that many. And then Damaga at 11. Yeah, just they didn't really fight amongst themselves, but couldn't deal with the constant Terran harassment from their neighbors next door. And Red up north here too. It just did not work out for them. That's what free-for-alls are all about, though, is just kind of getting lucky, hoping you don't get attacked by your neighbors at certain parts of the game, but can't really promise that. Oh, what a fun game. What an amazing free-for-all from these guys. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void free-for-all. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.